And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and we are back with another video. Is it about the market? Well, yeah, it is. It's probably like the fourth market video I've done in the last like 3 days, but the market right now is pretty important to make videos on it just to keep everyone updated as to what's going on. So today we're going to be talking about the implications of the super packs that we just got, because if you're not aware, we did just get season 1 super packs, which is something that I predicted a couple days ago, so hopefully you saw that video and sold off a lot of the cards that were featured in it. Of course, they are VC only because 2K is 2K, so why would they allow you to get them? But they were... Oh, Sam Cassell's in it now? Yeah. Okay. So they were missing some cards. So there are some cards missing from this set. So there is still some value in some of the lower tier cards, which we'll go into in a little bit. So that being said, what does this mean for the cards in question? So we'll start off with a few of them. Allen Houston has gone down by about half. He was sitting at about 40 or so thousand. He's still sitting about 20 to 25K. A lot cheaper than he was. Larry Bird hasn't really been affected very much. Hakeem has gone down quite a bit. He was sitting at about 70 or so K. Now you can get him for about 60. Even as low as 50. And I haven't even got all the way. So he must be one of the easier to pull diamonds. Hakeem Olajuwon's a really good center. If you know anything about Hakeem in 2K, he moves extremely well. So he's going to work well. But to be completely honest with you, he's not that great of a center, and I wouldn't spend 50K on him. But if he's somebody you've been looking for and wanting to get, now is a great time to go do that, because he's only going to be usable for so much longer before, to be completely honest, before he's just unusable at all. That being said, though, there is still some value here. Like if Mitch Richmond, I'm not sure what his price is looking like right now. Mitch Richmond is down quite a bit, so he's actually going to be a really good budget option now. Mitch Richmond is a very good card. And, he's going for about the same price Michael Cooper was last week. So he's going for about 14K. So he's an excellent option to grab for 10K. He's been a good option all year. Other than that, this is going to destroy the value of a lot of cards. Ben Wallace, who was going for just an absurd amount a couple weeks ago, has now already dipped in value. People are still putting him up for 100K, but these packs are up for a couple days now. And to be completely honest, as you see all of these cards, at least a few of them won't get bid on at all, so they won't even sell in auction. So what that means is his price is only going to drop. As of right now, we're looking at, it isn't even the proper time yet. As I'm recording this video, Central Time, which is where I'm located, it's 3 p.m., meaning that over the course of the next couple hours, more people are going to get off school, more people are going to get off work, more people are going to be home playing 2K, which means more packs are going to be opened up, which, hey, if you're listening to this, don't open VC only packs. Like, just don't do it. Like, I promise you it's not worth it, and let me explain why. The reason it's not worth it is because the value of all of these cards is tanked. So if you were opening these packs for MT purposes, let's say, your investment has pretty much been cut in half as it would have been a week ago for some of these guys. So it ends up not being worth it. It's never truly worth it, but it's even less worth it now than when a pack were to come out and then you could save the card. Like, for instance, playoff stoppers. If you opened a bunch of these when they came out and then you waited 2 to 3 weeks, or you waited till the reward was revealed and people were able to obtain it, you were able to sell Ben Wallace for 200-300K at one point. Dennis Johnson was going for 40K. Doug Christie was going for quite a bit. You could turn this set into 400 or 500K MT. Now you can probably turn this set into 150,000 MT max. And going forward, you're probably going to be able to turn this set into like 10-20,000 MT. So, as I can tell, this is pretty much the last time any of these cards are going to have much value. So it's not a bad idea to get rid of them. Michael Jordan being another one. I've talked about this a bunch of times, but that's a sell video. We're in a buy video right now. So what guys are you going to target for cheap? Bailey Howell. Bailey Howell should be extremely cheap at this stage. He's probably going to get drawn quite a bit. As you can see, there's ones for 17, 16K, 14K that aren't even being purchased, which is a good indication. And they're very low on their actual 4-hour timers, they're down at an hour. If you see that, typically that means that, oh, they're going for a lot lower. If you see a card that only has an hour left and it's at a certain buy it now price, you know for an absolute fact that they are significantly cheaper, farther down the line, which, as you can see, they are. You can pick them up for 12, 11K at this stage. Probably even lower, to be honest with you. This dude put it up for 24K. You're out of your mind. 11,000. And to be completely honest, in a couple hours, I bet he's even lower. He's probably 7, 8K. Excellent card. Very easy to time jump shot. Kenny Smith, who's been going for about 7K or so. Yeah, right off the rip, I'm looking at one that has 8 minutes left as a buy it now of 55. Great sign. That means he's going for like 2 or 3K at this stage. Rubies are going to be their market value has been devastated completely, but this is perfect for you. If you need cards for your team, now's the time to pick them up. What I always recommend to everybody is, yes, it's nice to be like one of the first type of people to have the reward cards, if you're going for them. But it's never a bad idea. The reward cards lock in at the end of the season, typically with a week or 2 left, right? If you can just wait 2 weeks, you'll be able to spend half to a quarter of the amount of MT you would spend the day that they release. I know it's kind of tough to wait it out, but that's generally the way it works. For Julius Erving, for instance, it was estimated to cost about 1.5 million MT to lock him in the day he became available. For a reference point, to lock him in now, you're probably looking at 5 or 700K MT. That's a really rough estimate, so don't quote me on that. But that should be a good indication. Chris Webber, yesterday, if you watched my video, Chris Webber was going for legitimately in between 2 and 300K. Now, you'd be lucky if you hit 150 for Chris Webber at this stage. And that's not even counting 2 hours from now when a bunch more people are ripping packs. This buy it now is 95 that aren't even touched at 150. So if you sold yesterday, excellent decision if you sold yesterday, because now my man is sitting at 95. And I get it, people are going to see this 95 and they're going to buy it and be like, oh, okay, and then try to flip them for 100. You might make a couple thousand MT doing that, but it's unlikely. Steve Nash was already sitting below 100K. This dude put a bid now, 100K. Gah. You poor soul. Yeah, you're looking about probably around 60, 70 for him. And to be honest with you, I predicted it yesterday. They're going to tank even lower. Diamonds are going to start to tank below 60K for the most part. Dikembe, Steve Nash, guys who aren't top tier are going to start to take a complete nosedive in their price. But it looks like Dikembe should be okay. You could still probably get him for about 70K or get rid of him for about 70K just because he doesn't look like he's being drawn very much. But like I said, we haven't hit the final wave of people opening packs yet. And that doesn't even count the people who aren't opening packs today and are opening them tomorrow. Kyrie's value is holding just because he doesn't seem to be being drawn very much. To my knowledge, there was some issues with the packs, at least initially. So some of the cards weren't showing up. And you can kind of see that based on the fact that there's a lot less of some cards than there are others, even when it comes to diamonds and things like that. Jamal Mashburn is another card that's taken an absolute hit. He's staying firm, though. He's staying firm around 20K. The Amethyst market hasn't completely crashed yet. So, it's actually defying logic. I'm actually kind of surprised. Steven Jackson, I've talked about him a bunch of times. He's an excellent card to buy. Yeah, all right. There's 8 minutes left. There's one for 2,900 and no one's bought it yet. This man is probably going for 1,000 MT. It's not even kidding. He's probably going for some absurdly low price. And this card is actually good. He can compete with diamonds like Paul George and things like that. Tyson Chandler's an elite big man. Like I said in my video yesterday, these guys, their prices aren't really going to change. They are going to go down, but they were already kind of down because the packs were available, and then the super packs came out, and these guys were right back in the super packs, which means that, and to be honest with you, it looks like they're getting drawn pretty heavily here. Yeah, Allen Iverson specifically. He's an excellent point guard option. So, if you're looking for a budget diamond point guard, I say budget with air quotes because it's still 70K MT, but he's a good option. Dirk's terrible. Michael Jordan, has his price dipped at all? Because his Jordan card's a really good card, but I would never pay 10K for it. Paying 10K for a non-shooting shooting guard. Like, no. Yeah, he's down to like 5K, absolutely. The NBA Finals guys are double packed right now. Not only are the Finals packs still available, all these guys are still in the One Wheel Rise Super Packs. So these guys, their price has completely been destroyed. Magic's going to start to be buy it now. Just because I'm seeing ones that are 100K that don't even have bids. So Magic, you're going to be able to buy 2 hours from now. So by whatever time it is, 2 hours from now, it doesn't matter. 2 hours from when this video is posted, I should say. Magic is going to be buy it now. You're going to be able to buy him for 100K or less. No. Same with like LeBron is LeBron. Him and Giannis are going to be. His price has actually dipped quite a bit though. Moses Malone is super cheap. You can buy Moses Malone for ridiculously cheap. Like as cheap as like I think he's cheaper than Allen Iverson at this point. Yeah, you can probably get him for 40, 50K, and that doesn't even count when the actual, second wave of pack openers come. So what does this all mean? Oh, and the Idols guys are cheap too. Like Dominique and Manu are a lot cheaper than they were. I credit 2K for at least putting them back in the packs. I'm surprised they did it. It wasn't incredibly 2K-like to do that. So if you're looking to lock in the Idol set, you can get these guys for cheap now. They're going to be significantly, or if you're making an investment, if you can get Dominique or Manu for around or under 100K, you can stand to make a pretty ridiculous amount of MT come time when the lock-in is announced. Whoever that lock-in card is going to be, it doesn't matter who it is. Truly, it does not matter. Even like last year with the Final Prime series, where everyone was really really excited for it, and then got really upset when it was revealed to be Karl Malone. Those cards still were hugely valuable. Granted, they did dip a little bit. It doesn't matter. Like Manu Ginobili, if you can pick him up for 100K, when the lock-in happens and people are scrambling to get that card, 2K is not going to mess this up. They're going to have at least a good card. Like, it might not be a big name, but it'll be a good card. Kind of like last year with Kevin Garnett. Or Ray Allen, I think, was first, actually. So it was Ray Allen. Everybody wanted Ray Allen. Yeah, they're going to make it a good card. So these guys are going to, if you can get them for the low enough price right now, you can make some massive MT. You're just going to have to wait. Because, if you can get Manu for 100K now, when that card drops, he might be 200K, he might be 150K. It could be like a Tim Duncan Pink Diamond situation from last year, where inexplicably, out of nowhere, there's only 3 people with Tim Duncans, and they're getting 400K for them in June. You never know. The Flash guys are cheap. Kevin Durant, I bet, is ridiculously cheap right now. Yeah, he's going to be buying now. Brandon Roy, a Pink Diamond, might be buying now at this stage. Yeah. 95,000. Yeah, but go pick up Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy's incredible. He plays zero defense, but if you need an offensive threat, surround him with a bunch of defensive players. He'll be money, and you can go buy it now. That's absurd. John Stockton, he's probably going to retain at least some value, but he definitely took a hit. He was going for like 200-300K for a little bit. So what does this all mean in the meantime? What this truly means is the most value isn't going to lie in cards at this point. It's going to lie in like coaches and honestly badges, which I've talked about a bunch of times. But what does this mean in regards to the lead up for Season 2? Because Season 2 begins Friday. So what does that mean? Look, it's tempting to lock in all these sets, especially right now, because all of these players are cheap because people are just ripping these packs, right? They've been ripping packs. These packs don't include the current players, so they're not going to be as cheap as they typically are. Friday, when inevitably another Idols pack comes, that's when you should start ripping these packs open, because guess what? We're getting a token market update on Friday as well. So, in addition to getting a new pack on Friday, we're also going to get the beginning of Season 2, which means we're going to get new rewards for TTO, TT Offline. We're getting new rewards for the token market. We're probably getting these packs put in the token market. That's another thing, is 2K is squeezing the last little bit of money out of these super packs. Literally, I promise you that some of these packs are going to show up on the token market. Maybe it's not this week, but soon. Season Tip-Off East and West, and Clutch. Those are the 2 that are absolutely going to show up for the token market. Possibly even all the One Wheel Rise guys might show up. It remains to be seen, like, playoff stoppers, back-to-back, playoff timers, playoff records, playoff underdogs. That's just how 2K operates, so it's kind of going to be interesting to see. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Just to summarize and final, to prep for the incoming Season 2, we're going to have new token rewards. So these guys are going to be cheap right now. They're going to be expensive. Like people like Duncan Rob, well, the Heat are a bad example because they're in the finals, so they're expensive. Cody Zeller, yeah, golds are always expensive, but you can get them for like 1,500. The idea is stack up on all of these, but don't lock them in. Like I've locked a few in, but I have like 233 tokens, so it's no big deal. Don't lock them in yet though, because their prices could spike. So just to be on the off chance that they might, I wouldn't lock them in. Or don't lock them in because you could be using them for the exchange, which is if you look at my auctions right now, I have just random cards in here, and the reason for that, I'm not selling a single one of them. And the reason for that is because I don't know what the exchange is going to be come Friday, because the exchange is also going to update. Bob Cousy may still be there, but for the most part, all this stuff is going to change. They might have it, I don't know if they're going to do it where you have to complete all this to get to stage 2. That would be, to be honest, fucking awful. That would be the worst, but it's something 2K might do. So we'll see what's up with that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'm going to have a whole nother exchange video and tell you how to get ready for it and the token market and stuff like that. So please drop a like, comment, man, anything to help your boy out, especially subscribe. But drop a like. It takes like literally like a millisecond, and it helps you out immensely. So just like the video. Even if you don't like the video, just like the video. But check out my next video. I'll be back with some new stuff. So I appreciate every one of you.